You talked about the pace and the many races. Talk about strategy. It really is 3 races in one, that primary, then potentially thinking about a runoff, but then the general. How do you look at that in terms of campaign strategy?
Yeah, I often think of what my mom says to me, you only have to tell the truth once. So I'm not running one campaign for the primary with the idea of changing for the general. My message is my message. I want to be able to deliver for Georgians across the state, and that means addressing this affordability issue. It means helping to expand Medicaid in the state. It means helping to improve our literacy rates and all the things that we've had an opportunity to talk about during the campaign, supporting small businesses, and the list goes on. But it is about meeting people where they are, which is why I've been moving around the state multiple times during this campaign, and listening. While I have a lot of great ideas, getting feedback is really important. One, it helps me to put faces with the fight, and it helps me hear directly from people about what they are concerned about, not just what I think they are concerned about.
You're most well known, of course, in Metro Atlanta and Atlanta. What are those conversations that stick out to you when you are in the other parts of the state, through all the different corners of Georgia right now?
What strikes me the most is that we really do want the same things. We want great schools, we want safe communities, we want thriving businesses, we want to be able to age in place, we want to be able to afford to go to the grocery store and put gas in our cars. The level of expectations and the starting point for where those needs are may vary based on the communities that I'm in. One thing that I would say is probably a bit different between Metro Atlanta and some of the other places in the state. A lot of people are concerned that young people are leaving their communities and don't have a reason to come back. So that's a big issue. A lot of young people in many other areas of the state will leave their hometowns, move into the metro area, and it is creating just a big void just in terms of communities being able to regenerate and to thrive. So I get asked a lot on how we can bring some of the economic development that we've experienced in the metro area into other areas of the state. So we've had a lot of conversations around that.
You know, we were talking about the phases of the campaign. On the Republican side, there are already ads specifically targeting you. I'm thinking of a Rick Jackson ad with a car on fire. And then Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in an interview today, I just want you to comment on some things that he said. He said that Mayor Bottoms was supportive of defunding the police. Atlanta was, quote, on fire during her time in the mayor, generally anti-police, anti-law and order. As Republicans are already really honing in on you, what's your reaction to those statements?
I'm flattered that they feel the need to attack me this early. It's disappointing that they would lie. I never once supported defunding the police. In fact, I gave our police officers the highest pay increase in the history of Atlanta. So that is a lie. I've always supported public safety in Atlanta, including giving historic pay raises to our firefighters as well. We opened up several police precincts and fire stations, an EMS station in Southwest Atlanta while I was mayor. So it's unfortunate. There are enough issues for us to respectfully disagree on, but to misstate my record and to lie to voters in order to curry favor, it's just disappointing. You know, that's our biggest challenge, dealing with disinformation, misinformation, and just breaking through all of the noise. And that's why it's important that people who are trusted voices, by that I mean your neighbors, your family members, that you can trust that they are telling you the truth, that you're talking to people in your community who don't have an angle, but who really want the best. And elected official is extremely important. But when on the Democratic side, when we're dealing with billionaires like Rick Jackson, people who are wealthy like Raffensperger and Burt Jones, it does become increasingly difficult to out-message them. But what I know to be true is that the power is still within the voters. And it doesn't matter how much your fortune is, each of us has one vote in this democracy. And we have the opportunity to show up and exercise it right now anyway.
The governor just signed the budget and some new legislation. I'd really like your take on two specific things. One, let's start with the budget. Significant tax cuts, but also vetoes on other programs. What would you do different if you were in that office?
Well, you know, we have this multi-billion-dollar reserve account that we call our rainy day fund. And for so many people, we are in the midst of a storm right now. So I would prioritize the needs of people. And this is not about handouts. This is about our responsibility from government. How are we supporting our communities? How are we supporting communities in need? How are we filling in the gaps from these massive cuts that we've seen from the federal government, whether it be to healthcare, whether it be to education, whether it be to social services to support foster children, for example. I don't see the state of Georgia stepping up, filling in the gap right now, and that's very disappointing. And just when you look at the leadership that we have right now in the state, it seems to be more focused on getting brownie points from Donald Trump than it seems to be about delivering for the people of Georgia. Trump just said out of his own mouth that he doesn't really care about the financial situation of people. He's more concerned about Iran and nuclear weapons. The two are not mutually exclusive. You can care about people's finances and care about nuclear weapons. But he's spoken, and unfortunately leaders in this state believe that they should follow him off of a cliff.
Just to clarify, so you believe with the rainy day fund we could cut taxes and still be able to fund these other programs?
I think we absolutely can be fiscally responsible. I don't jump for joy when I get a tax bill in the mail. So I'm not opposed to cutting taxes, but are we being responsible as we cut taxes? Are we able to responsibly cut taxes under the circumstances that we are in now and still deliver for the people of Georgia? If we're able to do it, I'm all for it. But if not, then we've got to look at where our priorities are.
And in terms of SB 369, the nonpartisan designation for attorney generals, a lot of county commission seats, but only in the 5 metro area counties. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's. I think it is blatant in its attempt. These are metro area counties, all led by women. All led by women of color. Many women in these counties hold very prominent positions, leadership positions in the district attorney's office as chair people of these counties. So if nonpartisan elections are necessary, as they believe, in these respective counties, then why not do it for all 159 counties in the state? Nobody's been able to answer that question. Why are you just focusing on 5 metro area counties led by women? It is blatant in its attempt to dilute the power of women in these counties.
We're at a time where compromise feels elusive kind of across the board in politics. If you were governor and there were to be a Republican-held state house, how would you navigate that? Do you feel like there is a path to getting the work done for all Georgians?
I did it when I was mayor of Atlanta. I walked across the street to the state capitol many times that never made the news, to sit in the office of Speaker Ralston, to sit in the governor's office, to sit with Republican leaders to get things done. It's salacious when we don't agree. That makes the news, but it's the only way we can get things done in this state, to be reasonable with each other and find common ground where we can. We got a lot done in terms of economic development in the state, hosting big events like the Super Bowl in this state. So there are many opportunities for us to sit down and figure out how we can work together. And nothing has changed in that regard. We may not always agree politically, but it doesn't mean that we can't work together on those things that we do agree on.
Let's say it's May 20th.
Yeah.
What do you see as the path May 20th forward?
It's really my hope that we win on Tuesday without a runoff. And it's important because it's an opportunity for the Democratic side to consolidate early so that we can begin focusing on November. Republicans have billions of more dollars than we do on our side right now. So the opportunity for us to consolidate the field, to be able to raise money, to be able to compete, and just to consolidate our voters is an opportunity that we should take advantage of. And prayerfully, people will see that I am the strongest candidate and that they will want to make sure that their vote counts and we're not prolonging the election season on the Democratic side.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks.